You know, I heard they recently decided to add more hops to it.
And I'm in the front row, and I'm hammered drunk.
You do not have anything to drink. Can I get you a tasty refreshment?
Yes, I'll have a beer.
Wunderbar.
Hey, careful, man. There's a beverage here, huh?
And welcome to another episode of the Buzz Basement Bros podcast. My name is Aaron, and I am joined by the jiggly Jello shot man, Andy. How are you now?
Jiggly.
You ready? Did you already finger yours?
I'm gonna try the tongue.
You gonna? I don't remember if we put gummy bears in these.
I don't see one.
Well, some of them, the clear ones, they don't show up.
I think there might be one now that you say that.
We put gummy bears
like
in
a line.
in a couple batches. I think there might be, maybe. I don't know. We'll find out.
Fuck it.
Yeah, you can't see them. Look at you. Tongue game on point. And you're over 3.
Fuck off. That is actually pretty good.
Because, okay, so Anna found the list of the old Jello shot recipes. You know, the tried and trues.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, all right, if we're questioning what to mix with the Jello flavor, just vodka is fine. Just need to put some sort of alcohol in it.
Yeah.
But it's boring. I think I made lime.
Exactly.
Lime vodka.
It makes it better when you add like booze with like Jello and make the plethora of flavors.
I wish I would have grabbed peach apricot. I went and snagged them and bolted over here. So,
And I appreciate that.
surprise.
It was good.
I almost sent you a picture that they were making. I'm like, no, I'll leave it a surprise. I can wait 2 days.
Yeah. Bullshit.
Bitch.
Bullshit.
So how are you now, good buddy?
I'm doing good.
That's good.
I'm doing good. I'm feeling good.
Feeling groovy.
I was just going to say that. Motherfucker.
So before I came down here, we have our fancy new living room. Went and picked up the couch a couple days ago, and I already had the TV set up and everything, and it's cozy. It's definitely cozy.
Yeah?
So got home tonight after my meeting, and not alcohol. Obviously, it's not.
It's obviously not AA.
No, it's not that. But got home.
Hi, Aaron. I can't even fucking say it. That's water you're drinking from your drunkle cup, right?
Oh, definitely not. No. But got home and I'm like, well, we haven't had the time. We went and picked up the couch the other day, and then we went down and hung out with a buddy of mine. And then yesterday we were busy making Jello shots, and then I was busy watching basketball and drinking with your dad. So we haven't had time to
Christen it?
I was gonna make that joke, but you beat me to it.
Fuck you.
We
don't.
finally sat down and watched a movie on the couch in our newly acquired living room. You know, this
Netflix
is
and chill?
actually it was HBO Max and chill.
Oh.
And on HBO Max right now, right meow,
Yep.
is something that I was watching this movie. It's 2 hours long.
Okay. Decent length.
And I'm sitting there the entire time, and I go, Andrew would really fucking enjoy this movie.
What movie?
Wonka, the prequel.
Oh.
Dude, Timothy Chalamet was the shit in that movie.
So
The costumes were great. The set decoration was great.
Mm-hmm.
All original musical numbers. Hugh Grant as an Oompa Loompa was the most boring part.
Really?
Yeah. I thought he
Really?
just kind of fucking dialed it in as the Oompa Loompa.
So my wife and I almost watched it in theaters
You should have. I wish I would have went and saw it in theaters.
because we had a gift card from Christmas from her mom. But when we had the time and we thought about it,
Should have went and saw it. I wish I would have went and saw it in theaters.
all of our that county,
Yonder.
where the movie theaters are, all of the county was under a boil order because of flooding and shit.
I was working at the hotel
Yeah.
when that was going on.
So
I had to tell every single person that checked in, like, hey, county says you're okay to bathe in it. Just don't drink it.
Yeah.
Would you like some bottles of water?
correct. So I actually ended up.
What is
calling,
it? Safe to stay here? Yeah, it's safe. Just don't drink it.
Yeah, don't drink your bath water. You're fine. But I ended up calling the movie theater. I was like, listen, I understand the county's under a boil order.
Nailed it.
Yeah, fuck you. What are you guys doing as far as concessions? Right? Obviously, like the popcorn's fine.
Yeah.
The candy bars are fine. But as far as drinks,
Right.
like what are you?
This was before your, hiatus
Yes, this was before my hiatus of soda.
DP.
Yes. I'm like, what are you doing for drinks? Right? And they're like, because I was like, can we bring our own? Are you selling stuff? Like, what's the deal?
Here's what you do. It doesn't matter what season it is. You just wear cargo shorts and smuggle all your shit in.
Well, no, it was freaking freezing out, okay?
Wear cargo shorts, dude.
So, fuck
Pockets.
you.
Pockets,
Have
man.
you seen my legs?
Dude,
They
the
are
movie-
wider than this wall.
Yes. The movie theater back home, there was a Dollar Tree right across the way. So all right, we got to leave 10 minutes early and go to the Dollar Tree and get $10 worth of snacks and then just try not to rattle when
Yeah.
you go into the movie
Yeah.
theater. Not trying to pay for that inflated bullshit and candy.
Oh, no, I hear you there.
I will buy popcorn from the movie theater.
Yes.
And ices. They sell ices. You can't. It's hard to It's much harder to smuggle in an icy
Correct.
than it is to smuggle in, bottle caps.
I will buy a soft drink, and popcorn
Yeah. Oh yeah.
at the movies. No problem. The box candies and all that stuff.
It's so ridiculous.
no.
They're taxing, bro. They're taxing.
But they're like, well, so we don't have ice, but we have 2-liter bottles of soda that we pour into the cups, and we keep those in the fridge. So we have drinks, but it's limited. It's not like all our options. It's just pretty much the major ones: Pepsi, Diet, root beer, Sprite. Yeah. That's about it.
Somebody went to the grocery store
Pretty much.
and stocked up on 2 liters.
Yeah, not even the grocery store, or else they could have bought any fucking pop they could have.
Yeah.
But I just kind of went, okay, we might be by, we might not be. And I told my wife, and we kind of went.
So you still have a gift card.
We still have the gift card.
You should have. I wish I would have went and saw Wonka in theaters. It was very enjoyable. Again, like I've said with more modern movies, they really played on the nostalgia.
Oh, yeah.
So they paid subtle homage to the original Willy Wonka with Gene Wilder.
Yes.
Love
Gene Wilder.
Yeah. Of course, the special effects get better. I didn't think I would enjoy it as much as I did. Honestly, it's a good movie. It's solid.
Okay.
Of course, I'm sitting there like 20 minutes in. I'm like, this is ridiculous, and I go, well, thinking about it, the first Willy Wonka was pretty fucking ridiculous too.
Exactly.
He's got a chocolate river. No, don't drink the chocolate. No, don't do it.
I'm just going to go on record. Fuck Grandpa Joe.
Yeah, lazy fuck.
That lazy shit. Just lazing around in bed.
Right. Sending his fucking 10-year-old.
Oh, shit. We got a chance to go to a chocolate factory? Hey,
my knees work again.
I'm better.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
Yeah, so Mama Bucket has got to fucking wash, rich people's undies all day.
All
then
day.
Charlie's got to go out and he's got to go to school, and he's got to slave all day, too.
All day.
Afterwards, to make a pence, to buy Grandpa, who he loves,
He bought
a chocolate
the chocolate bar with money he found on the street.
Right. That's
What
I'm
the
saying.
fuck are you doing, Grandpa Joe?
Oh, I get to. It's like, okay, so if if Grandpa is like, oh, I don't want to go anywhere, I don't want to do anything. Hey, Grandpa, I paid for a cruise. Well, I'm up and moving. When do we leave? You know, it's like, what the fuck, bro?
Well, I sure hope they got orange chicken at the buffet.
Oh, my legs work again.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
Yeah,
Fuck that guy.
I sucked. And then he got all pissy at Willy Wonka.
Yeah. You tricked my grandson. The same shit I've been doing since 1974.
Did they? I don't remember. I haven't watched the original in a long time. The original Willy Wonka. Like,
I watched it probably 4 weeks ago.
really?
Yeah. Because my partner
Did they
didn't
ever
have-
say how long they were in the bed? The grandparents having the old people orgy in the bed?
I don't think they ever specify how long they've been in the bed. I read the book. I had the book.
Oh yeah, everybody read the book as a kid.
But I don't even think the book said it.
They were just all four grandparents were in the bed.
Yeah, it was just like,
And Dad was a
Yeah.
deadbeat. So
Dad was not.
was
in the
he
picture.
dead or was he a deadbeat?
I don't know.
I don't remember.
I don't think he did. I think it was Dad wasn't in the picture. I don't know if he died or what.
Maybe he got the
remember that.
consumption or something. I don't know.
Yeah, but no, my partner at work had never seen Gene Wilder's Willy Wonka.
What?
He had only seen Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Oh,
with
the
Johnny
Tim Burton.
Depp.
That wasn't bad. I hated it when it first came out, but then I
haven't
rewatched it
seen
a
it.
couple years later. You've never seen it?
I've never seen it
What?
because to me,
It's-
you can't beat Gene Wilder.
It's Tim Burton though.
I
It's Tim Burton's dark, weird take with Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp, he takes it in a completely different direction.
You know, the closest I've got to watch Charlie and the Chocolate Factory was the Epic movie where they spoofed on it. Have you seen the Epic movie?
No, I got out of spoof movies after like Scary Movie 3.
It was
Because there was disaster.
one guy
there was
from
Epic movie. There was Disaster movie. Yeah, after Charlie Sheen was in Scary Movie 3, I'm just like, spoof
No.
movies they just kind of shitty.
Epic movie had the one guy from Harold and Kumar.
Which guy?
Yes, not the Asian guy, the other guy.
Fuck. He worked for the Obama administration. Cal Penn,
I think so. Yeah,
the Indian fellow.
yeah.
It was
I
on
think so.
House.
Yes,
Yeah.
I think so.
That's Cal Penn.
Yeah. He was in it because it spoofed off of The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe and Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Well, that movie probably came out in
Yeah.
Epic movie probably came out in what, 2005, 2006?
Something like that. It was a bunch of the four orphans go to this weird house, which ended up being Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
I was gonna say, or was it a crack house?
And no, it was Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, and they were running away from whichever actors.
Oh, Epic movie came out in 2007.
Okay, whichever actor played like the spoof of Johnny Depp's Willy Wonka.
I rated, on Internet Movie Database. What do you think Epic movie has overall rating?
On a scale of 10,
Yeah,
5.5.
2.4 out of 10.
Okay, that's
You know what I rated it? 2 out of 10.
Okay, all right, that's fair. That's fair. That is fair.
The only other thing I've rated a 2 out of 10 was A Christmas Story 2. It was fucking hot trash, just like Epic movie was hot trash.
They made a second one.
Yeah, they made a straight to DVD Blu-ray sequel.
No one ever never heard
Fucking
of it.
trash. It was awful.
But that was the Epic movie was as close as the Johnny Depp version of Willy Wonka that I ever got.
No, the Tim Burton one it's worth a watch.
Okay.
The music numbers are great. Obviously, there's special effects, and there's Johnny Depp just being weird as shit. It's a completely different rendition.
You can't blame the guy. I mean, he showed up with poop on his pillow to his house.
What?
The Amber Heard trials and
Oh
all
yeah.
that shit.
Oh yeah. She pooped on his bed.
Yeah, she pooped on a bed.
She pooped on his bed.
Yeah.
Turns out that she's fucking batshit. Anyway.
What?
What?
What? No.
But the Tim Burton one, Christopher Lee's in it. He plays Willy Wonka's dad. Like, it goes into a little bit of backstory. It's worth a watch, man. I think I might have it on DVD laying around.
Oh, I'm sure I could find it someplace.
Yeah, it's got to be streaming. I think I have it on DVD.
But no,
it's worth a watch.
My partner had
but
only...
it's not Gene Wilder.
Yeah, my partner had only watched that version, the Johnny Depp version. And so he said that to us at work. I'm like, dude, I don't want to sound like a boomer.
Come with me.
And you'll be in a world of pure imagination.
Just beautiful. Just amazing. And
Yes.
they paid homage to that in the Wonka movie.
Yeah.
They
so,
did.
yes, I
was
saw
one
a
of
clip.
that was one
I
of the
saw a
big
clip.
musical numbers towards the end.
Yes, that's one of the clips that I saw on like TikTok or something that made me go, I want
It's
to
worth a
watch
watch. I'm telling you, if you like the original Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, it's worth a watch.
that. Yeah. But my partner's like, all right, fine. You guys, you
I
boomers.
I wasn't checking my watch, watching.
That's
Wonka.
good.
Yes.
That's good.
Like I had to get up and take a piss at one point, but I'm like, I'm not checking. Like, how much fucking longer is this movie?
Yeah.
It was worth my time,
Good.
and that
to hear.
is saying a lot for my old ass.
Yeah. Good to hear.
Yes.
But no, there was a couple of us old people at work that's like, dude, no, you can't. Johnny Depp just made it weird. Like, you got to watch Gene Wilder.
Yeah.
And we
And
found
Timothy
it on,
Chalamet played Wonka definitely way more like Gene Wilder as just, a lovable character.
Yeah.
Than Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp just played it weird.
But I think the original Willy Wonka is on HBO Max as well.
It might be. I don't know.
I think so because
I think I have
that's-
that laying around on DVD somewhere too.
I do too, but I mean, I'm at work, so I didn't have access to it. So,
Right.
I think we found it on HBO Max, and we watched it. And at the end of it, I looked at my partner. I'm like, "Well, what did you think?" Well,
We're waiting.
tell me I'm fucking wrong. And he just looks at me and goes, "Yeah, that guy played like, okay,
Gene Wilder.
he did it better."
I remember the day I heard Gene Wilder died, and I felt sad.
I did too, man.
Yeah.
I was just so
He had been out of the spotlight for a while. I mean, he was old.
He had dementia.
Is that what it was?
Yeah, he had Alzheimer's or dementia.
He was
or
out of
both.
the spotlight for a while, but it's like he just played so many fucking lovable characters.
Exactly.
All the Willie and Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, and then everything that he did with Richard Pryor,
Yeah,
Blazing Saddles,
Blazing
producers,
Saddles,
all of it.
producers.
And he went to the University of Iowa. I mean,
There was
perfect.
another one, Young Frankenstein. It just
And him and you ever saw him and Gilda Radner together? They were just in love.
Yes.
Man. I mean, Gene Wilder was
I do remember when they announced that he had died. I felt I just went, man. Much like when I heard that Robin Williams died.
right.
I can tell you exactly where I was, where you used to live.
Yonder.
Way yonder. I think I was watching their house for them before you moved in, and they
Yeah.
were still living there and all that stuff.
Before they upgraded houses.
Yeah, I was getting ready to leave one night after either doing chores or watching their house or something, and my aunt had come in and was like, okay, we were talking and all that stuff, and she's like, oh yeah, and Robin Williams died, and I'm like, wait, what? And she goes, you haven't heard? I'm like, no, it was twilight out, like it was just sun had just set, and it was
Perfect.
Still
It's a
kind of
perfect
light.
time. Perfect time to start crying.
And I just went,
Gonna miss him and his hairy arms.
no,
Because
no.
growing up in the '90s, Robin Williams
was huge.
Yeah.
Huge.
Mrs. Doubtfire. Was it
missed
Peter
that one.
Pan? Peter Pan?
Hook.
Hook. That's what it was.
Hook.
We used Peter Pan with
I
his hairy arms
loved
and Hook.
him in Hook.
What was the movie where he played he was a grown ass man, but he was a tiny kid? Jack. I remember watching that. He was pretty good in that.
I don't remember that.
Then he went kind of dramatic. He was in Good Will Hunting,
Yep.
and he tried to get back in. Like,
Good Morning Vietnam.
Oh, I fucking love that movie.
I bought that movie because he was
That
in it.
has a fan. Okay, so like Good Morning Vietnam soundtrack, that's up there, and then Recess School's Out is might be like a notch below that.
So-
the same era of music.
So I bought Good Morning Vietnam
Adrian Cronauer.
because
And the soundtrack, I had the soundtrack. My mom bought me the soundtrack on cassette because my dad made me watch it. And it had Robin Williams, being a DJ in between each song. This is Martha and the Vandellas. Yes! And then it would lead into Martha and the Vandellas.
so backstory is my siblings are both older than me.
You're the youngest.
I'm
of
the youngest.
three.
I'm the baby, right? And so when they started going off to college, when they'd come home, I would take notes of like what movies they had. Because a lot of the times they would just be like, "Oh, hey, I want to watch I want to have the like Lord of the Rings trilogy this semester." And we grew up in the household that, at the time, right? We all were in high school, so you only had the one set of movies.
Right.
So I was
Right.
taking notes like, hey, now that all our DVDs are back at home, I'm going to take a note of what they've been taking to school. And I'm going to make my own collection. And one of my collections were Robin Williams movies. And so I just go to Walmart or Best Buy, right? And I go down the DVD aisle, and one of the, I think it was a Walmart at the time. I went and I saw Good Morning Vietnam with
Great
Robin
fucking
Williams.
movie.
And I went, oh, it's Robin Williams. It's going to be funny and it's going to be great. And I grabbed it and I watched it and I'm like, okay.
It's a Vietnam movie though. It's like Full Metal Jacket. The first half of the movie is entertaining and funny.
Correct.
And then it shifts,
Yep.
and then it's fucking depressing.
Correct.
Because it starts talking about fucking Vietnam.
Exactly.
Yes.
So I wasn't prepared for that.
No,
Because I had never...
Nobody was.
Like the most Robin Williams I'd been exposed to was Aladdin, Jumanji, the original.
Oh fuck! Me and your dad watched Jumanji about a month ago.
and-
it was
and-
on.
and
It
ready
was
for
just
this?
on TV.
Ready for this? Flubber.
Oh, dude, fucking with the car and
Fuck yeah, with the car. So I literally have Aladdin, Jumanji, Flubber,
actually, see, thinking about it,
Good Morning Vietnam, and Dead Poets Society.
that was a good movie too. I watched it once.
Oh, that was great.
It was, and okay, so Robin Williams. And I'm gonna sound like a millennial here, but Robin Williams. I listened to a podcast about Robin Williams. Mm-hmm. I want to say he went to, was it Juilliard?
Yeah.
He went to Juilliard, and he got to his junior year of Juilliard in acting, and it wasn't even. It just he went to art school for acting, and the teacher at fucking Juilliard said, "I can't teach you anything else. You need to get out. You need to go to Hollywood." So then he landed Alf, and they basically created Alf around Robin Williams. I mean,
Was it Alf? I thought it was Mork and Mindy.
no, Mork and Mindy. That's what. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nino. That one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mork and Mindy.
Mork and Mindy.
Yes.
Why was I thinking of fucking furry ass
It's
Alf?
fucking Alf.
But his acting teacher at fucking Juilliard
Yeah.
said, "I can't teach you anything else. Go out and do your thing."
Dude, could you imagine
No.
being in that position?
No. I could no.
I'm here for you to
You're-
teach me, and I don't know. Just go.
Year 2.5, year 3.
Yeah.
I can't teach you anything else.
Yeah,
just
just
go
go.
do it. Go do it, dude.
Yeah.
But he landed in comedy. I mean, Jumanji was a kids movie, and Kirsten Dunst. Kirsten Dunst, the season of Fargo, season 2 of Fargo that she was in.
I never watched Fargo.
Fargo's fantastic. They filmed part of Fargo out here.
Yeah, I know that.
I haven't watched that season yet.
I know that, but
The first season of Fargo,
I just never watched.
The first season of Fargo was basically the movie reimagined with Billy Bob Thornton. I know what's wrong with it. It ain't got no gas in it.
It ain't got no gas in it.
And then the second season had Jeffrey Donovan and Kirsten Dunst, and that was fantastic. And I haven't watched anything past that, but Fargo was great. Kirsten Dunst, she was good in that, but when she was a kid actor, not really a fan. She's kind of annoying. Just kind of annoying. But she was in Jumanji, and Robin Williams. It's like in looking back again. Me and your dad just watched it like a month ago. I think it was. Oh, we're hanging out. Got nothing else to do. Oh, you gonna crack a beer? Oh, what's on? Fucking NCIS isn't on. So, fuck Jumanji. Robin Williams. Let's watch that. And he was funny and dramatic and serious.
A whole 9 yards.
Yeah. In a fucking kids movie that's rated PG with David Allen Greer. I mean, that's the other leading man in the fucking movie. David Allen Greer.
Yeah. Like I said, I remember when I was told Robin Williams died. I don't remember when I was told that Gene Wilder died. I just remember
I was living out this way. I remember hearing it. I remember hearing it on the radio, and they did a big tribute to him.
Yeah. But man, those were
anyway
titans.
Wonka. It's worth a watch. If you have HBO right now, as of time of recording, it's on HBO Max. If you have HBO Max, it's worth a watch.
So after I watched Ready Player One this weekend, that we talked about last episode.
Yeah.
The first night on Saturday night, I went. It had got me so hyped up and worked up. I'm like, man, I want something just as good, more. I'm like psyched, ready to go. What can I do? And the guy I was working with, as I'm scrolling through things and switching between streaming platforms and all that stuff.
You spend 40 minutes trying to find something to watch.
Exactly. But Wonka popped up because I had clicked on HBO Max.
It's worth a watch.
And he's like, "Well, there you go. And this guy I was working with on Saturday, man, he knows movies. Like he knows what year they came out. He knows who directed it, who wrote the screenplay, who acted
maybe
in
I
it.
need to spend some time with this guy.
He is smart.
He retains the knowledge.
When I first worked with him, and he was my partner at one point in time, because everybody is in my position.
You're just a fucking slut.
I'm just a fucking slut. No, everybody has to come through me before they go on to whoever else on the contract.
I gotta try their hose abilities.
Yeah. But like I was working with him and he was my partner for like 2 months. And one night the guy I named my son after was working with us.
I've met him a couple times.
Yeah. He was working with us. And he's a movie buff. Like he's watched a bunch of stuff. And we got talking about movies. And the guy I was working with, my partner, was like, "Oh yeah, that was written by so-and-so. It was directed by so-and-so." And we're like, "Was it?" And he goes,
"And you got to fact check him. You got to pull
up
Internet Movie Database."
I went on the app. And I'm like, "Holy shit, he's right." And he goes, "Oh yeah, and because he did that, this happened, right? Like you with, because Elf happened, Iron Man happened, and it launched the MCU, right?"
Yeah, Jon Favreau.
Yeah, I couldn't remember that. I couldn't remember the name, but
secret nerd Jon Favreau.
Yeah. So you say that, right? But he'd be
Chicago's own. Who's the tall guy? What's his name? He's a huge Cubs fan.
I don't.
He was in fucking Wedding Crashers. Why can't I could picture his face? Old school Wedding Crashers. Vince Vaughn.
I was gonna say
because of Vince Vaughn. That's why we got fucking Ant-Man Quantumania.
So you know that.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
He would be able to be like,
He'd be able to one up me.
he'd be able to one up you.
Oh, he wrote that.
Yeah, he wrote this, and he wrote that, and he wrote this, and this is who he hired for here. And
I would
this is
love to
why,
spend
and blah,
time
blah,
with
blah,
this
blah.
guy.
And like, he's like very soft spoken at work. So until this happened, when we started talking movies, and he's like, "Oh yeah, this movie came out at
We
this
could have
time."
we fucking bring him down here.
And
We
blah,
could have
blah,
movie
blah.
talk.
Like so I watched Ready Player One, and I was working with this guy, and I'm like, I heard good things about it, and he goes, "Oh yeah, well so and so didn't like it, right?" One of our other coworkers. I'm like, really? Like he's a fellow anime nerd, and he didn't like it, and he
Fucking
goes, "Oh
nerds.
yeah, but I think you'll like this," and I'm like, "Fuck." You know
I'm
what?
telling you. I'm sitting there watching Wonka. I'm like, I know you'll like Wonka.
Yeah, so I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I want to watch it. I had it on Blu-ray. It's at the station actually, just never been opened. It brought.
Dude,
it came to Netflix. So I'm like, all right, we'll just fucking watch it on Netflix.
we're putting we put the living room together, and Anna was sifting through the DVDs and the Blu-rays, and it turns out I bought Shawshank for $6 or some shit on Blu-ray, and it's
Never
never
opened?
been opened.
Yeah,
It's just
yeah.
Shawshank for $6. I gotta buy it.
So I'm watching Ready Player One, and like every, I'd say 15, 20 minutes, I'd pause it and I'd look at him. I'm like, did they just reference so and so, like such and such? He goes, yeah, they reference such and
You're
such
a movie
and such
pauser.
and such.
Wait, hang
and
on.
Such and
You
such.
fucking you pause the movie to ask a question.
Would you rather me?
You wait for a break for a scene change, and then you ask the question. Don't be a fucking asshole and pause the movie.
He had already seen it.
Still, don't pause the movie.
So here's what I'm going to. I'm going to counter ask. Ready? This should be like a super fight or some shit. Would you rather me pause the movie?
No, don't pause the fucking movie.
Shut the fuck up and listen. All right. It being my first watch through, right?
Unless you're completely confused, like my mother was watching Inception.
No, it wasn't that.
Don't pause the fucking movie.
It was pause, ask my question to the guy who's already watched it. Like, pause. Did they just reference this fucking thing in pop culture?
What you do is you frame the question, a quick question in scene changes, because in every movie there's a transition.
Yeah, there's a transition and all that stuff.
The artistic part has to come out with the cinematographer and everything. So
you'd
that's
rather me
yes.
do it at that point than pause the movie when it's still fresh in my mind.
And then usually when I used to watch a lot more movies with my mother, it was I usually seen it before, and just go, you'll see. And that's how I answer your fucking question.
I've done that before. Actually,
You'll see.
The next day when I was watching it with another guy at work, he's like, "Wait a second, what was that thing?" I'm like, "Just you'll see. Like just fucking watch it."
And then and what I used to do when we used to all watch movies as a family, me and my dad, my dad would like to talk during movies. It fucking drove me nuts. And my mom would ask questions because she's a mom, and then me and my little brother would just sit there and we just watch the movie. And then my mom would start talking when the dialogue started back up or somebody was talking. I would just yell in the corner, "Plot points!" And then she would usually shut up.
I'm going to do two things, two points. One, before I forget it, because I lost it for a second, and then I'm bringing it back. Ready Player One. Have you ever heard the term Chekhov's gun?
Chekhov. No. What?
It's a literary term or a literary phrase.
Like two words. Check off.
Chekhov's.
Or
Chekhov's?
Chekhov is a Russian. Is
Like
that
a Russian Chekhov's gun.
Well, I was going to say the AK is the Kalashnikov. No, I don't know what you're talking about.
So the literary, the blah 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 blah. The literary
Keep drinking.
Yes, the literary phrase Chekhov's gun is pretty much referencing if I were to in writing and literary terms in Act 1, if I were to come to this table in Act 1 and set down a gun, by the third act, the final act, that gun has to fire.
Because
Because I have introduced it,
correct.
it has to fire.
Act 1 is setting the
Tone, setting
Act 1 is for setting the characters, setting the stage.
Correct.
Act 2 is for the development.
Yep.
And
Act 3
the pivot
is
and then Act
the
3
climate
is
and
resolution.
Exactly.
Yes.
So the Chekhov's gun.
3 act since Shakespeare.
Yep.
It's been 3
So,
acts.
So Chekhov's gun is I come in, first act, here's a gun, and by the third act, it has to fire.
You're talking John Wick type shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've only slept
Ready
through
Player
the first
One has like classic examples of Chekhov's gun. And to me, when I watched it, fucking beautiful. Beautiful.
You have a half chub for fucking Ready Player One. You know why? Because Steven fucking Spielberg knows how to make a goddamn movie.
He does.
Because he went to school with Coppola. He went to school with fucking Lucas. All those guys were at USC
great.
together. Yes.
It was great.
They know how to make a fucking movie.
And I forgot the second thing I was going to say.
Yeah,
Fuck.
see, there you go. I derailed you.
God fucking damn it.
The same guy that directed fucking Jurassic Park, Schindler's fucking List, and he directed Ready Player One.
Yeah.
And, throw E.T., Jaws.
Rub the squirrel. I
Yeah.
got what I remembered. Point 2.
Throw all those fucking movies in there.
Yeah. Point number 2. We were just talking about, before I went off on this Chekhov's gun tangent, we were talking about pausing and shit like that.
Oh,
when you're talking.
You want to talk about pausing.
Yeah, pausing and then asking questions and talking and
Oh, you're talking about pausing movies, not pausing in conversation.
fuck off.
Because you do that all the goddamn
Fuck
time.
off.
Holy shit.
Listen, motherfucker. I'm talking about pausing the movie and asking a simple question.
All right. I'll let the pausing in conversations go to rest for a second.
Fuck off. You said your mom would be like, wait until dialogue and then ask her question, and you'd just be like, fuck off.
Plot points.
Right.
That's what I would yell. I would just start yelling plot points.
So story time.
We'd be fucking watching House, and she would just not.
And you give me shit for pauses.
She would not say anything during commercials, and then she'd go, "Oh, what's going on?" She.
So me being it's a little bit of a movie buff, a little bit of a connoisseur of movies.
That's probably
right.
We're both connoisseurs.
We're both connoisseurs.
I wouldn't call myself a movie buff.
No, I wouldn't either.
I do like
there's
reading,
a lot that I haven't seen.
I do like reading Internet Movie Database trivia, but I am not a movie buff.
So this was back when Thor 2 was just out.
Was that the one when Natalie
Dark
Portman
World?
was fucking sexy as fuck?
Yes, before Ragnarok.
Yeah.
Her last movie.
Before Takiti Wahidi or whatever the fuck his name is took over. Yeah, the dark one. Yeah.
The Dark World, the second Thor.
Sexy ass Natalie
Where
Portman.
they actually
She's single now.
Oh. Mm-hmm. I'll keep that in mind because that has no fucking use for me. But anyways.
Keeping my options open, okay?
Whatever. Anyways, she does. It's not like she's gonna fucking listen to this shit.
She has no idea we exist.
Fuck no. Not in rural Illinois.
Oh fuck no.
So background, every December when my siblings came home from college, we would always go on winter break. We'd go to the movies and we'd always pick one to watch as all three of us, right? And so when Thor the Dark World was out in theaters and everybody came home, I'm like, man, let's watch it. And I got outvoted. So instead we watched whatever fucking Hunger Games came out at the same time.
You hating on the Hunger Games, bro?
I'm not as big of a fan of the Hunger Games as I was Thor and Captain America. To me, Thor and Captain America, the two better Avengers. I'd much rather watch that than the Hunger Games. So, but I was outvoted, right? And your wife, my sister,
my wife
was like, Andrew, I understand your frustration. So when we went and checked into whatever Hunger Games, we actually knew the ticket salesperson, whichever person was, whatever you call him, behind the window, right? The clerk, whatever. And they're like, well, so-and-so, we had some people that didn't check into their reservated movie, so we've got rain tickets for them, and they never showed up in time. So here, have their rain tickets. You can cash these in at any time. And my sister, as loving as she is, went, we can come back and we can watch Thor. Awesome. So when we came back to watch Thor, me and her, two things happened. One, she was mistaken for my girlfriend.
You guys really don't look anything alike.
Exactly.
Thank fucking Christ.
Yeah. and two, Thor was out of theaters. So we watched Saving Mr. Banks.
Which one is that?
The one about the background or the backstory behind Walt Disney acquiring the rights for Mary Poppins.
Tom Hanks.
With Tom Hanks.
I never saw that.
And
The British chick.
Yeah, the British chick.
That was, yeah.
So when Thor: The Dark World came out on, I think, DVD, I bought it. And I was watching it.
That's the worst Thor, though.
It is.
Yeah.
But I was still trying to actually engage and watch it and take in everything that it was saying. So I watched it at home, and I actually shouted at my mother and my brother because as I'm sitting there in Fred's living room, trying to watch this, they were having a conversation.
Yeah. Talking to each other on different couches.
Yeah, like my brother wasn't even sitting down. Dan, I don't know if you remember this, but you weren't even fucking sitting down. You were standing.
This is a gripe, dude.
And Mom was sitting down in a recliner, and they were talking, and I actually shouted at them like, will you please shut up? I am trying to watch this movie. Like, I kept...
Plot points!
I kept increasing the volume, and I don't know. I
do the opposite when I go to your dad's. Is like he'll go out to take the dog out or something, and I'll turn the volume down.
So, but they were talking, so I wanted to hear what was going on, so I kept raising the volume, and I think at one point, I think it might have been Dan, said like, hey, can you turn it down? I'm trying to talk. I'm like, no! I was fucking here first! I'm trying to watch goddamn movie! Shut the fuck up!
And you're still salty about it. When did that movie come out? 7-8 years ago? More than that. Natalie Portman, she's still hot.
Endgame, the last Avengers movie, came out probably 5-6 years ago.
It was before COVID.
It was before COVID, and COVID was 4 years ago.
Yeah.
So it was
not trying to date the podcast or anything.
You can say that, but let's face it, it's been a long time.
It's been a while.
It's been a while.
And Disney has tried to they bought Marvel and they tried to capitalize on everything, and they did well in the beginning, but
anyway. We can dive into that at a different
episode.
Yeah.
This has been another episode of the Buzz Basement Bros podcast. Find us on Twitter, on the gram. Email us at buzzbasementbrospodcast@gmail.com. My name is Aaron.
And I'm Andrew.
And we out. Find a fucking button. You're just a fucking slut.
I'm just a fucking slut. No.